Sperry Springer, hottest blogger in the streets, man. I stamped that, nigga. This shit is forever.
Man, shout out Sperry Springer. We in this bitch. I know what's up. I've been rocking my boy since day one. You play with him, I'm gonna put him on the fucking price on you. Yes, Lord!
Sperry Springer, man, putting up on me again, man. First we was in Houston, now we in Dallas, man.
Shout out to Sperry Springer, man. Yo, man, Big Soldier, nigga, Young Draco, nigga.
Shout out to Sperry Springer, man. You know what the fuck going on.
Sperry Springer, not Jerry Springer, literally.
Not Jerry Springer, Sperry Springer.
So we out here, bro. We out in Dallas right now. Shit, we from Denver, no?
Yeah, 100%.
From Denver, first time on the channel, man. Who we got with us, man?
You got AMeazy, man. AMeazy, Denver's best kept secret.
I'm familiar because, you know, you're somebody that, I've been trying to go to Denver at least once a year and to start building out there and just locking in. And the last time I was up there last year, Mile High, like he gave me a list of people I hadn't interviewed or tapped in with yet, and he was one of them. And then like I go and look, and I'm like, damn, this nigga can rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you like really out rapping fools type shit.
Thank you, bro.
But I mean, shit, just for the people that don't know, like how long you been doing that shit out there, and are you like a staple out there? Would you say?
So I've been rapping for really since I was in 4th grade, but everybody saw me pop on the scene in 2018 when I dropped my first album, The Real Ned Flanders. So ever since then, it's been go time though, and I would absolutely say that I'm one of the staples in the city, man. Yeah, for sure.
And Real Ned
we've been doing we've been doing a whole lot of stuff.
Real Ned Flanders, I'm a diehard Simpsons fan, so that's a hard title.
Yeah, I called it that because I was self-proclaiming myself the nicest in the town at rapping and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
Yeah,
that's hard. Yo, so you were really, obviously you are probably one of the hardest because shit, y'all recently just had a broke there, Bootleg Kev, right?
Yeah.
How did that come
Bootleg
about?
Kev. So I think I could be mistaken, but I think Bootleg Kev came out to check out Conway the Machine's album or something like that. Yeah. But while he was out there, he wanted to tap in with some artists from Denver. And I had saw Mile High Minute had actually posted that shit. So shout out y'all. Shout out to my nigga for doing that because I wouldn't have even been able to see. But so I hit him immediately like, how can I get in touch with Bootleg Kev? And he's like, contact DJ K-Tone. Yeah. He's supposed to be doing something. So I'll call K-Tone. He don't answer. Then I text him. I'm like, bro, how can I link with dude? And then he called me immediately and was like, bro, come right now. Like, dude's probably gonna leave in like 20 minutes. How fast is it gonna take you? I'm like, well, shit, I'm at a family party, so yeah, I'm gonna have to leave right now. So I got there within 15 minutes, and he said, just be ready to rap. That's so, yeah, they had to be ready. And at that point, when I got there, AP and Trev and 100 Pack Savvy was already there. They had already laid their shit down. Right. So I just had to hurry up and just have something ready. So it was dope though.
Yeah, that was a pretty dope cipher, man. And when I seen it, I looked at it like, when I seen him come out there and then it gets put together how it did, like, where it's like he's really looking for, like, yo, come pull up and rap. I'm like, people ain't doing that all the time, let alone people of upper, like, you don't have to do that. So.
You don't have to, man. That's what I'm saying. Shout out Bootleg Kev for that, because, like, it was a great look, man. As soon as I posted it, bro, I got a gang of followers, people reaching out to me, man. It was a real good look for me and the city in general. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of, you know, out there in Denver and stuff, we'll get into like I'll let you break that shit down, what it's like out there and stuff. But just from when I went out there the first time a couple years ago to now, it seems like shit's turned. Like maybe it was always turned, and maybe I'm just now paying attention. Or for someone like yourself that's really like seen it go from where it was at to where it's at now. Like, do you see a difference in the scene and shit out there?
I think so. I think when I first started rapping, it seemed like it was always like the same people that got opportunities and stuff like that, and you just kind of have to get in where you fit in. But like, you know, after a while, you know, in 2016, I made a decision to like figure it out on my own, and so we started doing stuff and selling out shows and shit like that. And so to see it now, it's much better than it was back then, man. It's a lot more competitive, you know what I'm saying? We have more media outlets like Mile High Minute that helps push the envelope, and I just feel like it's still at that point where we could do better, we could do more, you know what I'm saying? But we need like stuff like this, like, you know, to keep building and keep going, you know what I'm saying? I think, in my opinion, more artists from Denver should get out of town more, get on the road more. I think that's the biggest lesson that I learned last year when I went on tour. was that you know, building the fan base is really based out of organically meeting people and getting out of town instead of just expecting shit to happen in Denver and loving being the man in Denver. Like, that shit is overrated, bro. So but yeah, to answer your question, I think it's a lot better now, way better than it used to be when I was growing up.
Because I feel like where I'm at, I mean, the whole Dallas Fort Worth, but like especially on the Fort Worth side, that's like something that's constant out here. Is like everybody just want to be the king of Fort Worth, the top guy, and like it's not even be the king of Texas and shit. Like, it's just literally be the king of your city type shit.
It's like why?
You know what I'm saying? So you saying people be like have that kind of
Absolutely. I think a lot of people have that mindset, and a lot of people have always had that mindset. But it's like you'll never know anything different if you never leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's probably people in Denver that their goal is to become popping in Denver.
Yeah.
But for somebody that has already done that before, you realize that ceiling means absolutely nothing, bro. Like, you got to get the fuck out of town and figure it out. Because if not, then you just gonna be the man in Denver. And what does that mean? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, realistically.
No, for real, 'cause some people never go out to Denver, and if they don't ever go out to Denver, they might not ever know you're the man out there.
I want to be from Denver and be the man in Fort Worth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that to me sounds doper. Or be the man in Albuquerque, Texas, or Albuquerque, New Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, Salt Lake City. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that to me is dope. And having people hitting you up from those places talking about when you coming back to my city, like, to me that means way more than, you know, going back home and seeing the same niggas.
You when you went on a tour and shit, like some of the cities you named, like them is places that you've been, you know?
Yeah.
You went to, I know, like, I know you've been out to the Southwest and shit, but like some of those cities and markets, I don't know, sometimes people usually go for like the main cities and stuff, but like it seems like you hitting like every point type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that strategic, or is it just like I'm just going wherever the opportunity's at?
Well, at the time we were going there just because that was like the tour dates. That's what Mayday had set up for their tour. But to me, it makes more sense to do it that way anyways, because like when you think about it, like those smaller sections, those smaller cities show way more love to artists when they come, you know, because they don't have a lot of shit going on. So when you go to like a Roswell, New Mexico, like that show is the only thing that they gonna see for a while. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that's what they was explaining to us. They don't really have hip hop out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same with Albuquerque. You know, like they're behind on times. Like they'll still buy CDs from you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
And keep it as collectibles. So like going to those places just showed me how much people genuinely do like music still. You know, you go to the bigger cities, there's so much more competition and everybody's kind of ahead of everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's harder. That's why I like people like Tech Nine, because he built his whole fan base off the small cities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, like now when he goes these places, he can sell out a show back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to start from the bottom and work your way up. So I think that's dope, because like I said, I only went on tour one time and those people are still hitting me up. You know what I'm saying? Asking when I'm gonna come back. Like, pretty consistent too.
It was a good look. I mean, that's why I tell everybody, everything's about perception. So it's like, you do something like that, like now it's implanted in my mind, like, oh damn, that nigga be working, that nigga be everywhere type shit.
Yep.
But like, with that grind though, like you said, you compare it to Tech Nine, and that's not, like, not everybody can just, you know, it took him a long time. Do you feel like it's a slower grind, or do you think it's just a different route when you go about it like that way, when you're like really hand to hand and, you know?
I think it's a slower route, but it's a more organic route.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a more, I think there's more longevity in that, you know, to build a solid fan base from the ground up. And then you're able to go to these cities and see these people. Like, to me, I think that's a better way to do it, in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, like there's always different ways to make it. Like, everybody wants to be able to make a hit song and blow up, or do some shit in Instagram, you go viral, and now all of a sudden you're, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, there's the chances of that happening for everybody is just small, you know what I'm saying? But one thing you do know is if you take it from the ground up and grind, like that way is been proven to be possible over and over and over and over. It just takes longer and more dedication.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What do you say to people, and this is something that I every now and then I have on my story, and I'll just kick some shit, because like, all right, I'm not even there yet, but I know I'm not where I used to be, but I always just be telling like fools, like, bro, you just gotta, you know, stay locked in, and, you know, it's gonna be frustrating at times. You're not gonna get the results and things, or
Facts.
like, what do you say about the process? And just like you said, man, you dropped your first project in 2018. Now you out here on the road with Joyner Lucas and all these, like, you know, like you're really doing the shit.
Yeah.
Like, you obviously stayed the course, but I know it wasn't. There was probably times where it was like, damn, is niggas listening? Absolutely.
You just gotta. It gets discouraging, of course, man, especially when you come from a place where nobody's really made it like that. You know, trying to be like one of the first people to make it out of your city for something that your city's not known for. It's hard. It gets discouraging for sure, but if you love it, you love it, bro. That's how I look at it. Like, if you really love this shit, you'll do whatever you need to do to make sure you keep going, and you gotta trust the process, man.
Right.
And keep trying to manifest as much as possible and put in as much work as possible. You know, every brick you lay, man, at some point it's gonna have to build a building, you know what I mean? That's how I look at it. So, but you just gotta keep going, bro. It's the people that stop that I don't necessarily respect, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you gotta keep going. Give it your all, and if it doesn't work, then at least you know you
left it all out there.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's how I feel about it too. Like, you kind of talked about something that I was gonna get to, like about the whole. That's not what Denver or your area is known for. Like, I feel like, all right, hip hop and music, you know, it's just everywhere, and everywhere has some sort of touch of hip hop. But yeah, obviously some places it's really flag planted and shit like that. I mean, we in Texas, niggas know it's out here, but at the same time, you still see cowboy hats and country and stuff.
Yeah, yep.
But like those Denver, not even Denver, those Colorado stigmas, even myself, I always tell all the people I met out there, I'm like, yeah, bro, when I came out there, I'm expecting us to be in the mountains. I'm thinking it's gonna be, I ain't gonna lie, it was snowing and cold when I did come out there. But, you know, like,
no black people and shit.
Yeah, I definitely didn't even know it was gonna be as many black people as I met, and like just even tapping in with certain cities like Aurora and certain parts of like Denver, I'm like, oh, okay, like it's a hood everywhere, it's culture everywhere type shit. But
absolutely,
do you think they only present like Colorado and stuff one way, so people can only think about it that way?
Sometimes it feels like that. I mean, I feel like, you know, being from there, you realize every time we have anything like that has to do with hip hop, like a hip hop club or anything like that, it seems like the city tries their hardest to shut it down somehow.
Yeah.
Every time we have something going on, and I mean, we're part to blame for that too, because every time we get some shit, we tend to fuck it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody come in there, shoot it up, something stupid or something, and it closes down. But it's just funny because the places that are like predominantly white that have bars, like people get killed there too or beat up or whatever, and they never close that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So it does make it a little bit harder in Denver, you know what I'm saying? Just because, again, I don't think that they necessarily want that to be like what we're known for, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But with that being said, a lot of artists come to Denver though to perform, you know what I'm saying? And I think even when they come, they don't really know that we have a scene like that, you know what I mean?
Do you think people that come in and out of town, because I can only speak from my experience, I know, like, me personally, when I came out there, I'm like, yeah, bro, like, show me everything, bro. I want to go take me to the hood, take me to the mountains, nigga, take me, I don't even smoke weed. Let's go to the dispensary, all this shit. Show me everything I need to see. Do you think enough out of town people, when they do come in, do they actually like tap in with the city and culture, or do you think they just kind of come and get their bag and like dip out?
I think it's definitely more the second thing. I think they come in and like you said, get their bag and then be out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if maybe that's something that we have to do better on, making sure that, you know, people understand that we do have a scene out there. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a lot of talent. I could, you know, put money on a lot of motherfuckers in my city that have the same talent as anywhere else, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, again, we have to do a better job at that as a city, to come together and make sure that they understand that we do have a city, or that we have a scene in the culture out here too.
Nah, big facts.
Yeah.
What do you think about when you make these lists and things that they make out there? Because I be seeing them, and I personally, I like the lists, but I was gonna ask you how you feel as an artist when you see those lists. How does it feel to be on there? But because me personally, that's how I'm finding out about some of these guys and some of these artists, is seeing this list. It might not be in the order people like, but I'm like, if they don't make this list, how am I supposed to find out?
Right. I think that's where I think there's a good end. I think it's all good, matter of fact. I like the fact that the lists are being made because, again, like you said, somebody like yourself that's not from there can actually meet who these people are. Or see who they are. Now, I personally think that, you know, some of them need to do a little more research when it comes down to who they picking and what order they're doing shit in.
Yeah.
But you know, ultimately it is somebody's opinion. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it comes down to. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a problem with it sometimes, because as being as competitive a person as I am, and as much work as I've put in, I feel like I need my respect. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so like I said, but I think it's good for the culture, man. It definitely starts conversations. A lot of people be getting in their feelings and shit, but you know, if you ain't doing enough, you're not gonna be on the list, bro. Like it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And a lot of people just want instant gratification. Like people think, yo, if I just drop a video on the song, like I'm on and I'm finna blow up. Everybody and their mama should have seen it, but it's like, nah, bro. Now the work begins. You gotta push.
Well, that's what I'm
shit.
saying. I used to be like that. I remember before I dropped my first album, like me and my brother T, we just used to rap, and we knew we rap better than most niggas, but we never understood why nobody cared. Like it's like, bro, we haven't even done shit. Like why have we given somebody a reason to care? You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta do more, bro. We can't just be good at rapping. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so like
especially nowadays.
Yeah,
man.
once I learned that lesson, like to me it's different now. You know what I'm saying? Obviously since 2016 a whole lot has happened. So but yeah.
Do you think that and I always feel bad when I come across like dudes that can really rap, because I don't want to like when I talk about it, I don't want to like sound like I'm boxing you into just like, oh, he's just some lyrical smirk with the other, like nah. But it's like obviously, you know what I'm saying, you really got bars and you like got more substance to the shit you're kicking. That's gonna separate you from a predominant amount of rappers today, because not like that's becoming a minority of rap. You know what I'm saying? So like, do you feel like it's a tougher like path for you, or do you think it's just about you just got to get to that core people that like that shit?
Yeah, I think it's a little of both. I mean, I think that you know, the music industry always wants a hit song. They're always looking for that to be your come up or whatever. But it's been proven that you could just find who likes your music and then just target them, and then build a fan base from that. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga like Joyner Lucas. Like look at him. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, I mean, obviously he has like big records now, but before he was just, you know, targeting, you know, the fan base of people that liked rap like that. You know what I'm saying? I always think everybody has a niche. You know, if you could find what yours is, and then find the people that like it, bro. I mean, that's really all that matters. You know, you can live off this shit for the rest of your life doing some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, for a second it was discouraging though, because somebody that likes to be lyrical and they're telling you to like dumb down just to make something, like to me is not necessarily fair for my art form. But you know, I do like to be able to do everything, so I take it as a challenge as well.
Do you ever get like recognition from, say, somebody that's like the complete polar opposite, or like, you know, even like your peers as far as like music and shit, like maybe some of the guys that be more on some just like rah-rah type shit and just swagging it out on the beat type shit, they be like give you props, like, you know how some niggas like be fucking with Kendrick and they be like niggas like Push Icy type niggas that'll be like, I fuck with Kendrick though. They'd be like, I fuck with AMeazy.
Yeah, for sure. The respect is there for sure, especially when we're in the studio together, man. Yeah. I mean, like, it's pretty hard to deny somebody's talent, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about it. You know, unless them niggas be lying to my face. But, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been in the studio with plenty of people, and they all give me the respect I deserve.
That's a bet. On a random one, what's, out of all the cities and places that you've been on some music shit, what's been your favorite ones or favorite?
Well, when I was on tour, I say my favorite was probably Albuquerque, New Mexico. That was a really good show. Roswell was really dope too. I like just New Mexico in general, bro. It
was love.
Yeah, those fans, like they genuinely fuck with you, and then they like I said, they reach out to me all the time still. Yeah. Like every time I make a post or something. So I'd probably say New Mexico. I really want to go back to New Mexico.
Yeah, no, that's
as soon as possible.
How did this Joyner Lucas tour and all this like come together type shit?
So Joyner Lucas was having like a competition where you submit a song on his app, the Tully app, and if he likes your song, he's every city he was coming on the tour with, he was gonna bring an artist on stage with him to perform that whatever song you submitted or whatever. Yeah. And so my people just started tagging me in this shit, like, you should do it, you should do it, you should do it. And I'm just like, fuck it, I might as well. What can it, you know, what could I lose from it?
Yeah.
And so I submitted some songs and they picked me. It was really just like that.
No shit.
I was like,
obviously you knew you was dope, but like, were you surprised?
nah.
Okay.
Nah, not even on no cocky shit, but I know I make really good music, bro.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna put my music up to to compare against other niggas, I feel like my shit should win.
Nah, for real.
Personally. You know what I'm saying? Plus I feel like, I don't know who's listening to it, but I feel like, you know, Joyner appreciates somebody with lyricism too. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't surprise me at all.
Man, before I touch on some last hitters and shit, just on as far as just like where you from in Denver in Colorado, like is that where you were born and raised, and like where are you from out there? I mean, I know about a couple of the places, but
yeah.
You know.
I was actually I was born in North Dakota because my dad was in the military. So I was born on the military base, but we moved to Denver when I was like 2. And so I grew up on the east side of Denver, Colorado. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I grew up my entire life until I was like 22 and moved out of my mom's house.
Yeah, I don't want to gas it up, but like that's like one of the main sides of Denver, low key. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
there's the east side, north side, west side, south side, all that.
Yeah, man.
Park Hill.
Growing up, like, was it always gonna be rap? Like you said, you started in 4th grade. Or was it anything else, or was it like, nah, nigga?
I used to when I was a child, I used to love football. Like I loved football, and I thought that was what it was gonna be, bro. And then like, but I was always dabbling in music. Like my mama kind of like made me love music, and then like my brother Darius, God rest his soul, bro. He passed away when I was like in high school, but he was the rapper in the clique, and so he always would freestyle about everything, and that's what caught my attention. Was like, damn, he's just rapping about anything in the room, and it sounded so dope. I was so impressed, and you know, back then in the 90s, it was like real rappers. Like you had to really rap back then. So and then when I got older, once I got to high school, I was kind of over football, but I was really good at it. So I just played football to keep myself out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Keep my grades up and shit. But I was rapping the whole time, bro. Once I got to high school, that's when I started taking it serious. Yeah. Because I realized like everybody in high school was better than me, bro. I was like not even close. I wasn't touching them niggas. And I didn't like that. So I was like, yeah, I got to get better. And so from that standpoint, I knew it. Because I passed up a full ride scholarship in college or in high school to go to like Wyoming for football.
Oh shit.
But it just wasn't my passion, bro. It just didn't make sense for me. You know, I probably would have fucked around and got kicked out of school for not going to practice or some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just chose the other route and decided to go after what I love. So
it don't look like a bad decision, man.
Oh yeah.
Nah, for real.
My coaches hated it. They was so mad at me when I did it too, bro. Yeah. And it's funny because when I see them now, they just call me AMeazy. Yeah. It's like, yeah, bro, I tried to tell you I was gonna do it.
Nah, for real. You just switched the passion. Like same amount of time and passion, you just switched it to the music. I feel that. Yep. Let me hit you with some like quick hitters that I usually be coming with at the end and shit, man. Yeah. Some of these gonna be random, some of them finishing sentences and shit. Just answer it however you want to answer. Right. All right, man. Growing up, when there was no food in the fridge, I was eating. Finish the sentence.
Ramen noodles.
Yep. Yeah. You got a certain flavor pack or color?
Chicken.
The chicken? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Say what you want about me, but don't say. Finish the sentence.
I'm not genuine.
Very genuine. Nah, very solid. Niggas don't really know. Finish the sentence.
I'm the best rapper you know.
I'm starting to believe it, man. I'm starting to believe it because just the confidence it exuberates. You have a favorite cartoon or anything growing up?
Favorite cartoon?
Yeah.
Nah, not really. But I remember some of them though.
Okay.
Yeah.
The good thing about timeless music is you never forget where you were the first time when you heard it. What's something that if you listen to it right now, it always takes you back to that first time when you heard it?
Changes by Tupac.
Yeah. That's a classic.
Yeah, that's something that every time I hear it, it brings me back to my childhood for sure.
Nah, big facts.
That's my favorite song he ever made.
Real nostalgic feelings, man. Yeah. All right, Sperry Special, man. It's the $1 million question, man. If there was any song you could be on the original version of this song featuring AMeazy, which song would it be? Any song of all time, any genre.
Oh shit.
I needed to be on that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the $1 million, man.
Any song.
Yeah.
Why are they escaping me right now? I say, I forget the fucking song name too. Ain't that about a bitch? I just say the one I just brought up. Matter of fact, Tupac Changes, bro.
That's the first. Nobody, people said Tupac song, but I never heard nobody say Changes.
Yeah, I think me and him, I would have bodied it right there with him, bro.
Yeah?
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind listening to that remix.
That'd be dope.
Nah. Alright, now I'm gonna finish it up with the last two. They gonna be some finish the sentence. AMeazy is, AMeazy was. Finish the sentence, however you want to.
AMeazy is, again, the best rapper you know. AMeazy was a lost soul for a second.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like we all be at a time, so that's relatable.
Yeah, he found himself.
Last one, man. AMeazy showed the world. Finish the sentence.
AMeazy showed the world.
Yeah. That
he was exactly what he thought he was the entire time.
Nah, for real.
Even when y'all doubted it.
You had any like certain influences? Like what type of shit was you listening to? And like that. Obviously, you said your brother and shit, but just do you have like certain albums, CDs, rappers, and shit that you was listening to that really like, yo, I know this is why I'm rapping.
Tupac is my favorite rapper of all time. So he had a really big influence on my career. A lot of West Coast music, like Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up, to be honest with you, when I like started developing like the type of rapper I was gonna become, I was really on Dom Kennedy.
Whoa. Took it back.
I was really on Lil Wayne at the time because he was like the biggest rapper when I was in high school.
Gotcha.
And Papoose, believe it or not, because it's for the lyricism, bro.
Yeah.
That was like my high school, and that kind of developed me into the artist that I became.
I respect it.
Before I found my sound.
That's a diverse amount of rappers right there,
right.
Man. All right, man. So anything that niggas got coming up, I mean, obviously you're on the tour and stuff like that right now, but is this leading up to something?
Yeah, so first of all, get my album that's already out. It's called Protect Your Energy. Dropped last year. But, right now, I'm sure, I don't know exactly when this interview's coming, but depending on when, I'm gonna have another project out. It's called Get to the Point. It's a little EP, probably like 6 songs on it. Super, super hard. Make sure you stay tuned for the single that I'm ready for. It's called Summer Jam, man. It's really some rap shit. If you want to see AMeazy rap, that's the song that you need to be prepared for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that, man, we just gonna keep, staying out of town as much as possible, networking, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to, get out of Colorado, bro, and make it happen like we have been. Just, like I said, with videos and new songs, and I'm ready to work. If anybody's watching this and wants to work, man, just holler at me.
Big facts. You like with just even having the mindset to get out, do you think that's just like, yo, I just see a bigger picture of this, or because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a military kid too myself, so like I'm just programming my mind knowing, yo, nigga, it's other shit out here, so I just want to get out. Like, why are you so like, man, I just want to get out types?
Just cause like I feel like I've hit a ceiling in Denver.
Yeah.
Like that's really what it comes down to. Like I've hit a ceiling multiple times there, and you're only gonna go so far being from there, bro. You can't sit there and expect something to just happen because you're there. Like, and dope. This just doesn't make any sense in my head. So to me, like getting around and traveling is important. Plus, I mean, who doesn't want to travel? You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? But like I said, I just think going on tour changed my whole perspective about everything, bro. Like, meeting people out of town, and they just know you as AMeazy. They don't know me from high school and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, that is a better feeling, and I think everybody should experience it, and they would understand what I'm saying.
Could you touch on that type of shit, like real quick? Cause I be explaining that to some of the guys, young guys I work with. I'm like, look, bro. Some people, they be turning their head the other way because they know you, because nigga, they used to sit next to you in class, so they gonna always be like, oh, that's Johnny from fucking Miss Williams class, nigga. Like,
yeah, it's weird. It's weird because like, I feel like people think because they know you, they know your first name, all of a sudden that means that they don't have to support you as much. Like it's a dirty game, man. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, we always say it in Denver, like it's a boxed in mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like a crab in a bucket thing. Like I don't really want to see you make it before me,
right? Because
we're in the same field type shit. You know what I mean? It's like it's weird shit, man. Or like you'll like know people from back in the day that didn't really take you that serious, and even though you're doing your thing now, they still don't want to support it. It's like, I don't know, man. Denver, I'm sure like it's like that everywhere, but it's like, you know, I can only talk about where I'm from, so
right.
That's why it's always better, like I said, get out of town, bro. They don't have any bias towards you.
It's just love.
They're just gonna meet you as the person, the talent that you are. There's no opinion about you. You didn't fuck somebody's baby's mom and didn't know it was his baby's mom or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's just this. It's not the same. So yeah.
Nah, big facts. What's the most random place that you got love from, or like you just didn't know you had a fan from? Like I know niggas you have random comments or people DM or like,
some dude from Italy hit me up the other day.
Wow.
And he said he started listening to my music based off that Bootleg Kev freestyle.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hey, so
I was
that
like, wow,
really
okay.
out.
That was pretty dope.
What was like the moment that you realized, okay, this AMeazy shit, there ain't no turning back. Like this shit really working. Like
probably in the 9th grade.
Yeah.
Or I say 10th grade.
Yeah.
That's when I knew I wasn't gonna stop.
Or was it just like you just like felt it like I'm just in my bag, or was it you dropped something and people just was fucking with it?
I just felt like everybody kept telling me that I was better than I thought I was, and then I started to believe it. Yeah. And then once I started to believe it, I'm like, well, I can't waste it down. You know what I'm saying? If I was blessed with that, you know. And so that's really what it came down to, bro. It's like I started getting more self-confidence in myself, and once that happens, it was a wrap. I'm like, I'm doing this shit for sure.
Nah, big facts, man. Because I'm right now, I'm just I'm collecting content and shit right now, so I'm running a few interviews, little vlogs and shit. Gonna drop for the rest of the whole, you know, latter half of the year and shit. So this is a new question that I've added. But like, you get on, what's something that you're gonna do when you get on? Like, what's like one of your goals with the shit?
Just anything in general?
Just anything, man. It could be, you know, it could be just some regular shit. It could be some monumental shit. But like, all right, you on. Here's the bag. Here's the success. What you gonna do with it?
Well, I really want to give back to my community in any way possible, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. I really want to do that. But one of my goals, man, I haven't really told too many people, but I really want to open a restaurant one day.
Yeah.
A specific. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what I will serve, but it's a goal of mine that I've written down, and I really want to do one of these days. So.
That's big thinking. That's why I asked that, because man, like I've been there where it's like, man, all right, you want something so bad, then when you get it, it's like you don't even know what to do with it type shit.
I mean, I want to, like, you know, once I got it, like, I want to, you know, maintain it. Longevity to me is important.
Yeah.
That's super important. But yeah, when you know, if money's not a problem, then yeah, like giving back to my community is probably the number one thing.
Big
for sure. You know what I'm saying? As much as possible, even like we do now. So.
No shit, man. I respect it, bro. Shit, if you want to let niggas know where to find you, where to add you, where to tap in, you know, anything to search up certain songs, videos, whatever.
Yeah. So I go by AMeazy. Again, that's AMeazy. You can add me on Instagram. I think on Twitter it's AMeazy with 3 Y's, spelled the same though. But yeah, AMeazy everywhere, man. Tap in with me. Tap in with the Click Barbershop on Cut too. Make sure y'all go and you know, follow both pages if you can. Follow our Instagram, our YouTube page. It should be just under Barbershop on Cut, right? Yeah. And tap in with all the videos we got, man. My favorite song I've ever put out is called Late and Rough. Y'all please go tap into that video. It's dedicated to my grandpa. You know what I'm saying? If you're just looking for like a song, like, well, let me hear him. What does he have? I think that's a good representation of who I am as an artist. So, but yeah.
Anyway, I get a shout out to Sperry Springer one time for the culture, man.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out Sperry Springer, bro. You know, we tapped in forever. Appreciate you.
Real, man.